It's been said that we make good teachers great. There's no doubt that AVID Schoolwide takes the AVID elective, expands it across the entire school, and makes schools great. When considering putting together a model that would result in all students having access to a great learning experience within their schools, the AVID team developed 4 domains from which to develop this concept: systems, leadership, instruction, and culture.
Well, it's important that our entire system exemplifies AVID and some of the components that make AVID work. We use best teaching practices here. That's campus-wide. Wicker strategies, the writing, the inquiry, the collaboration. Kids have to be organized and they have to read. We use Cornell notes. We use the binders. We use the planners. Every teacher on our campus requires that of our students. We have to be creative in our scheduling so that we don't deny students the equal access. We've had to make some exceptions to the way we schedule, whereas some kids, if they've done okay with their STAR test or on their benchmarks or in their classes, it allows them to take an elective, to take something they're more interested in taking. We also do some things with trying to add more sections of honors classes throughout the school day. Each department presents what they do as a best practice at each faculty meeting. Through our AVID site teams, we take ideas, suggestions, and improvement strategies from all site team members. Our site team probably has anywhere from 15 to 20 active members, which is 25% of our staff. We have to use what we determine is in the best interest of kids system-wide, across the board. Otherwise, we send a mixed message.
I think for a school to be successful school-wide with AVID in regards to leadership, it does take the importance of the team and everyone working together. Parents, teachers, students, that AVID site team, making sure those structures align, making sure that mission statement, the vision statement sort of align with AVID to support what you're trying to do with AVID. And those stakeholders to me are definitely our students. Get them involved, they're very active. Our teachers, giving them opportunities to be successful and giving them the training they need, the time to collaborate. That AVID site team, making sure that we have teachers from different departments and disciplines, even including folks from special ed and exploratory. The admin team members are also on the AVID site team, so when we're planning and discussing master schedule, we're planning and deciding what can we do differently to be able to assist and prepare more students for college. You have that team there that's making that decision. The Summer Institute is critical, but also having people in the building who can train others. Every month we highlight a different AVID strategy, and so then that also permeates through the departments. And then when we do our observations as administrators, we see those same things in the classes. The more heads you can get, the more ideas that we can discuss and collaborate. We're all working together as a team, teachers, students, and parents. We have 2 elementary schools sort of on our campus, and our students go to those elementary schools to read to the younger students, sort of giving back. We talk about those 2 things, the academic component, but also that service component, which I think is critical.
The instruction piece is where it happens every day. It's the experience of the kids will have in a classroom based on what strategies the teacher is going to use. One of the things that we use pretty regularly is the Cornell note-taking style, and we use it across all content areas. One of the things that we really look for is that that essential question is there, and that all of the learning activities that kids are involved in are connected to that particular essential question. We look for Socratic seminars. We look for ways that kids are asking good questions and teachers are asking those questions. We look for reading strategies across the board. So we're looking for kids to actually be the ones who are up and moving and doing and thinking out loud. You will see them working in more of that formal tutorial model, and then sometimes you'll see them work in pairs. The think, pair, share, and you'll see that school-wide. One of the powerful pieces of providing strong strategies school-wide is that kids kids don't have to guess. The hope is then that they don't think that there is a way of thinking in social studies and a way of thinking in mathematics, but it's thinking. And it's an ability to then, in whatever experience they're going to have at the college setting or in their career settings, that they're going to know they can tackle complex issues, complex problems, complex text because they're reinforced with particular strategies. We hold ourselves to a standard of supporting each other's learning as educators. And so when we have teachers that go out to particular AVID training opportunities, there is a standard, there's an expectation that our teachers will return and teach each other.
When you talk about a culture, we don't want to see students that are in the AVID elective outperforming the rest of the general population. It's not about one group. It's about how do we make the AVID system helpful for everybody. The focus is college readiness, making sure that they're ready for it, making sure that they're able to communicate with their employers, make sure that they're able to communicate with their professors, make sure that they can collaborate, work in groups, whether it be at the workforce or whether it be in a college setting. We have to make sure that all of our teachers are prepared. We have to make sure that all of our teachers are trained in AVID strategies, have the same vision and philosophy. All the members that are part of the AVID system volunteer to be part of it. We train all the staff members. We send them to Summer Institute to get trained. People want to be part of it. People want to be trained in AVID strategies. We have our student ambassadors that are part of building the culture of AVID. We have our parent meetings that happen once a month for every grade level. And here we share the instructional practices that are going on in the classroom, what's going on school-wide, and these parents are leaders. They help us out at home, in school. We have what are called professional learning communities, where the teachers talk about student success and student challenges to help students be successful. The teachers look at data, they communicate with the students to see what their needs are, and then they evaluate their instructional lessons that they've been giving and what they have to do to modify that instruction. It's not just about the teachers talking about it, but they're making sure that the students are self-monitoring themselves, that they're keeping up by checking their grades on School Loop, by communicating with the parents on their student agendas. Interaction between the teachers and the students is happening daily to make sure that the students are getting the assistance that they need. So there's a lot of communication going on with the teachers and with the students so that we can help them be successful.
We know that the AVID elective works in a phenomenal way when we select students and we put them in that environment and we put a caring teacher that has been highly motivated and prepared to engage those students in rigorous work. What we know now is that if that experience can be in every classroom, if each of our teachers engage our students that way, if each of our students have the opportunities and take the opportunities to deeply engage themselves in that learning, then great things are going to happen for them.
Last year, in the top 10 students that graduated at South Garland High School, 5 of those students were O'Banion students.
Making AVID school-wide has made things so much more doable.
We have support from the district office, district administrators, Board of Education, to our community, and the end result is very positive for all students.
I am proud that our school is AVID school-wide because when I walk down the halls, I see students with smiles on their faces.
AVID Schoolwide is taking best practice instruction, applying it to every single child, making sure that our school delivers the promise for creating students that will be able to go on to college. And that's what makes AVID Schoolwide so powerful.